Hi, I'm Amy. I was born in Wales and I'm a teacher. This is Aleks. He was born in Ukraine and he's a doctor. In 2024, we decided to take our careers on the road. We're spending the year traveling full-time and working remotely. Feel free to follow along each week as we move from country to country and give you our travel tips for each place. This week, we're in Melbourne, Australia, or if you're local, Melbourne. We really embrace the word tourist here by doing a library tour, garden tour, museum tour, and bike tour. This is the first video of our Australia series, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the rest. I'm putting my shoes on. I realized last night after we got in that I left my retainer in Singapore. I did the classic like middle school thing where you put it in a napkin and then you throw it away. I never did that in middle school because I had adult braces and I've never lost my retainer. It's been 6 years. If my teeth start to get kind of wonky, you know why, because I don't have a retainer anymore. Let's hope that my teeth stay straight until we get back to the States. I used to have a huge gap in between my front two teeth, which is why I'm so worried, because even if I don't wear my retainer for one night, I can like see it starting to open up. So I might have a second set of adult braces by the end of this series. Okay, bye. Oh, this is our room. It's already really messy. Okay, bye. We started off our first day by walking around the central business district and finding a lovely park to sit and eat some lunch. Melbourne has a ton of parks around the city as well as historic buildings, both of which break up the city feel and the sky rises. Cheers. We then went on a tour of the State Library of Victoria, which was about a 5-minute walk from where we were staying. Our tour guide was Ian. We loved him. This is Australia's oldest public library and one of the first free libraries in the world. It opened in 1854 but has changed significantly since then, including a huge renovation in 2019. It's made up of multiple stunning buildings, but our favorite was the domed reading room. It still has the original desks from when it opened, all of which were being used by people studying. I mean, I know it's not that unusual for people to study at a library, but for some reason, getting to study in a place this beautiful and historical just blew my mind.
So we just did a tour of the State Library of Victoria. It was a free tour that we did for about an hour that I signed up for like 2 hours before it started. I'm sure that Amy will cut to this at some point, but there's this really cool dome, like the central area where there's a lot of books and people are like studying in there and stuff. And it reminded me of the Library of Congress in the United States. And then I said that, and then the tour guide like 3 minutes later was like, some people think that this looks like the Library of Congress in the United States. But then he went on to talk about how this one is better. So honestly, I'll probably agree with. It's brighter and a little bit bigger. And we learned about Ned Kelly. Apparently he's a cross between Jesse James and Robin Hood. Anyway, would highly recommend this free tour.
Getting into the library is free, and the tour we booked was free, and we booked it 2 hours before it started. And now we're gonna go on a free trolley or tram that takes you around
The Central Business District, the CBD of Melbourne. It takes you around, and it's kind of cool, like she was saying, that you get this audio kind of tour and pointing out the landmarks and everything, and it just kind of takes you around and it's free. It's kind of a hop-on, hop-off type thing.
Yeah, and I called my dentist to see if they could print me a new retainer, but it's 8 p.m. in California right now, so
They didn't answer.
So fingers crossed that I can get new retainers. Okay, bye.
Art galleries, and enjoy the many funky cafes and restaurants. For great bars, live music and DJs, take a tram on Route 86 from the next stop and head to Smith Street, Collingwood, or Gertrude Street, Fitzroy.
This trolley or tram was a great way to see the various parts of the city on our first day so that we had an idea of where we wanted to spend our time the rest of the week. And at this point, we realized just how many free activities were available in Melbourne. Not only the tour of the library and the tour of the city, but we also saw a free Dome to Catacombs tour, which was sadly all booked up, but it sounded so cool and we would have loved to do it. That one apparently fills up faster than the basic tour of the library, so make sure to secure your spot for that ahead of time. As well as the tram that talks about Melbourne as it takes you around, there's another free tram. This is the free tram zone, so anywhere within here you can hop on and hop off completely free. We're staying on Exhibition Street, so like right there, so very convenient because anywhere we want to go in here we can just hop on any of the trams.
Oh my god.
Guess who's carrying 2 gallons of water? Boxed water. He is carrying a bag. I'll have to give him credit for that. We're running again. I'm running as fast as I can. Almost was that. We made it. Wow.
We are on our way into the Queen Victoria Market, which is this famous market in Melbourne. Now, normally it's open every day, but only until about 3 p.m. And it's kind of like a farmer's market. But every Wednesday, and today's Wednesday, they have a night market where they have a bunch of vendors. It's more of like goods, but then also more restaurant-y stuff, like food trucks and carts. And they have like live music and things like that. So we're heading into that now to hopefully find some dinner.
It's currently 91.
It doesn't feel like 91 at all.
It feels really nice.
Yeah,
It feels like
80.
80, yeah. I want dim sum.
Okay.
And a chocolate covered strawberry and a ginger beer. So we'll see if I'm successful in those 3. Oh wow, it's like legit. Watching that street performer with the sword made my throat hurt for some reason. Good thing we found the ginger beer that I mentioned I wanted. And then we made our way through the market to see if we could check off the other 2 on my list. We got veggie dumplings with a sriracha chili sauce and a tofu bao bun. What? On the hunt for the chocolate-covered strawberry, we came across this pavlova stand, and 2 desserts sounded better than 1, so...
This is a pavlova. Sorry if I'm yelling. But I have to be honest, I don't really know what the difference is between a pavlova and a meringue. So, comment below. You can educate me.
Don't. Hello, just 1 please. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right off the bat, I feel like they give you less chocolate than they do in Borough Market in London.
I think that the chocolate is probably equivalent, like taste. I think the strawberries maybe were a little bit more fresh in London. Comparable.
Comparable? Same price.
Same price.
So in Borough Market, the strawberries were cold. I think maybe just because London was cold. And I loved that because like the chocolate hardened right away.
Yeah.
Whereas these strawberries are warm with the warm chocolate, which is fine, but I kind of liked the cold strawberries with the warm chocolate.
Agreed.
So yeah, I would say London Borough Market strawberries are better, but these are very good.
Apparently known, well actually Australia in general is known for their parmies, aka parma if you're in Victoria, which is essentially a chicken parmesan, but slightly different than what you would get in the United States, but similar. We're going to a place that does vegan chicken parmesan, and it's on offer on Thursdays, so that's where we are headed currently.
It's very pretty out. It's like sunsetting. It's
Yeah,
8:01.
it was 100 degrees earlier.
Yeah, it was 100 degrees earlier, and now it's 76 and kind of cold and very windy. Here's a really, really random tip, but it's so windy here that you need glasses. Even if it's not sunny, you need sunglasses because I keep getting things in my eyes.
Oh my god, look at that line.
Oh, to get into Loon?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's where we're going.
Oh. Oh, I don't want a croissant that bad. That's a long line.
So this apparently is a world-renowned croissanterie, and this isn't even their like flagship location. This is just their central business district location, and I don't know if you can tell, but like the line is quite long.
I will show them. That's where it starts, and it goes
All the way back there.
all the way back there. Anyway, we'll figure out the croissant thing in a second, but Alex wouldn't know this tip because he's lucky.
Are you talking about the wind again? I don't think you can make like a blanket statement that Melbourne is windy on one day that it's been windy. I don't think you can stereotypicalize Melbourne like that. We don't know. We don't have enough information.
Called out. Okay, I retract my tip. Don't bother with sunglasses.
Well, we're just putting it on hold. It might be right. But we just don't know yet.
I'm gonna like put a little thing at the bottom where cross it out.
Hello. Good, how are you? Do you guys have decaf iced coffee?
Yes.
Could I have a decaf iced coffee, please? Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I left Alex to wait in line and I went to go get coffee. So he's waiting in line for our croissants. Let's check in and see how he's doing. And now I'm walking back to him to see how far he's made it in line. He's made it a decent amount. You miss me?
So much.
We're getting close. We have like a tour at 1 p.m. so we have to eat this quickly and then walk to our tour.
But it is only 3 minutes away.
No worries. We got the goods. Oh, Alex, your poor sunburned hand.
Yeah, well, it's getting better. Look at this.
What do we think?
Look at the layering.
Okay, Great British Baking Show.
No soggy bottom.
I got a morning bun. It looks like it's covered in cinnamon sugar. Oh, a little bird. Hi, birdie. Hi, sweetie. He can't give you anything, but you're so cute. He's like, you're dropping stuff. He did. He picked up our
Good for him.
croissant remnants. Oh, he's so cute. Record him, not me.
You enjoying the croissant, little bud?
Anyway, this is really good. Caramelized, sugary, soft and pillowy,
Flaky.
chewy, flaky, but crunchy. Morning bun, all the way. But the croissant was really good too.
Yeah. If I ever go there again, I might try the almond croissant.
Tomorrow?
We decided to attend yet another free tour, and this one was at the Ian Potter Centre of the National Gallery of Victoria. This houses the Australian part of the art collection at the NGV, and something we appreciated about every tour we went on in Melbourne is that they start each one by acknowledging the land they're on, and specifically what Aboriginal tribe the land was stolen from. This tour was no exception, and we loved the collection of Aboriginal art they had. Amy also recorded each of her favorite artworks in the museum, including a couple by Hugh Ramsey that she thinks she may be related to, but honestly probably isn't. Admission into the gallery is free if you want to roam on your own, or they do have numerous free tours throughout the day, each focusing on a different theme. We would recommend the ones that focus on First Nations, as well as the collaboration tour, which is the one we attended.
They have their own little Eiffel Tower. My mom gave birth to 5. Look how cute that soy sauce is. You can just... It's gonna sound weird, but this is some of the best soy sauce and ginger I've ever had. And this little salmon avocado roll, it's like $3. It's really good.
Tower Sushi.
Frozen free from
The NGV.
it's so good. We're always putting on helmets.
Another bike tour.
Another bike tour, another helmet activity. Oh, my hair's in a bun.
Oh no, you put it in a bun.
It's not gonna fit.
Oh. Okay, I need to go pet the doggo.
This tour we did was done on electric bikes, which was a lot easier than the mountain bike tour that we unknowingly signed up for in Bali, but still had a good time in. This tour was led by Izzy, who is a great guide, and he also did acknowledge the various Aboriginal lands that we were biking on throughout the day. We started by making our way through one of the many gardens in the city, and Izzy showed us the Shrine of Remembrance, which we decided we wanted to visit the next day, so you'll see more of that later on. Stay tuned. He took us to the Kia Arena next, which is left actually completely open and is almost never used except during the Australian Open. And in fact, you could see the cobwebs that were starting to form on all of the stadium seats, which was cool but also sad because it was a really cool space and was used less than a month before that. Next up was riding by the Melbourne Cricket Ground, known by locals as the MCG, where Taylor Swift had played the day before we arrived in Melbourne, and it was undoubtedly a lot quieter now than I'm sure it was then. And then off we went to Hosier Lane in the East End Theatre District, where street art and graffiti is actually completely legal and where there currently is a huge tribute to Alexei Navalny. We rode back along the river to end the tour, at which point Amy decided she needed some famous fluffy souffle Japanese pancakes from Kumo Desserts, even though it was an extremely long line.
Whatever, it was worth it. We're next in line.
We are next in line indeed.
Are you excited?
Yes.
It's quite a long line.
It is. We've been waiting for at least 30 minutes.
Once we sat down, it only took us 2 seconds to decide what we wanted. Aleks ordered the strawberry skies, and I ordered the biscotti, obviously. Mine was too rich for me to finish, but it still was excellent. And on our walk home, we randomly saw a dance battle outside the State Library of Victoria. Good morning from Melbourne. Sorry I didn't check in last night after the pancakes. They gave me a tummy ache and I went to bed. I think it was so good, but it was so rich and it was so creamy that I think it just made me a little sick. Anyway, I found a dentist to print me. Did I print it? I don't know how these things work. This is my new retainer so that my teeth stay straight. I will try not to leave this on a bathroom counter in a hotel again. Thank you to MC Dental. They didn't give me many money off or anything for saying that. I just am genuinely appreciative. Today, we are going to do a tour of, let me go ask.
The Royal Botanic Gardens.
What is it called?
The Royal Botanic Gardens.
The Royal Botanic Gardens. The Royal Botanic Gardens was so beautiful, and we had yet another incredible tour guide. You could tell just how passionate she was about the space and what it provided for the city. All I could think about was how lacking spaces like these are where I've lived in the States. I know this is just the first video in the Australia series, but what I'm about to say only became more apparent the longer we spent there. Australia knows how to do free third places. If you're not familiar with that term, it just means a social surrounding that is different from the two usual social environments, which are home and work. These can be coffee shops, libraries, bookstores, community centers, basically anywhere you can go and interact with other humans in a space you're not forced or required to be in. A lot of times in the towns I've lived in, third places come with a hefty price tag, either in the form of paying for food or admission, so finding free places to exist can be difficult, and that's why it was so apparent to me just how many places and activities were completely free in Australia in general, and Melbourne especially. It also makes vacationing there more affordable, but I can see living here would be really good for your mental health. Hello. You look so soft. I want to pet him, but I will not. Anyway, the gardens are right across from the Shrine of Remembrance, so that's where we headed to next.
So pretty.
Thanks. We just finished the tour of the Royal Botanical Gardens. Now we are walking around the War Memorial Monument.
Shrine of Remembrance.
So close. I was so close.
which is a monument dedicated to the soldiers of Victoria that died in World War I.
Anyway, this is a very good view of the city. So I'll get out of your way. Am I out of the way?
No. You can kind of see it's pretty cool. There's a face on that building.
Oh yeah. We continued to walk around the Shrine of Remembrance and take in the views of the city, but then we heard an Adele cover concert happening across the street, so we had to stop and sing along. I still care. Do you still care? It's just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me. Just like a movie, it's just like a song when we were young. That song makes me emotional. I love it. Okay, so I had a moment. It's fine. It happens to the best of us. Once the concert was over, by the way, that singer was incredible. But anyway, we drove home and I was still feeling a little bit emotional, so we stopped into the grocery store to buy some chocolate. Australia has Aero Kit Kats. I just saw this in line when we were buying. Can you hush up over there? When we were buying water, and I am so excited to try this. Oh, I'm so excited. It makes the British and the American in me so happy. Wow. It's like an Aero bar, but crunchy. I want so many of those. That's delicious. My mom would love that too. And we have a Kinder Egg. All the important things.
Like what?
To get a new one. Are you peeling your sunburn and putting it on the floor?
No.
What's that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ew!
I'm whispering, so Amy has to caption me.
Don't buy $20 mics from Amazon. They're gonna break. All of my mics have broken, so. Bad audio quality for all of our videos.
Yeah, good thing we're not pros.
Say that a little bit louder.
What?
I think that'll be good. There's something in my eye.
I think that they won't be able to hear us because of the thing.
Oh, true.